Hey, I hope you're doing well, man. Just want to ask you, the last 2 weeks, obviously the pass rush has really stepped up. You guys have been getting a lot of pressure and converting those into sacks. What's been the biggest change, do you think, that's allowed you guys to kind of get to where you want to be and getting Kalijah Kancey back? How do you think that will elevate, the level you're already playing at now?
Yeah, yeah, like you said, with Vita being back, I feel like that helped a lot. Having a guy like Vita, it really changed the D line as a whole. And then now having Kalijah back is just gonna step it up. We gotta get Kalijah back into it because he's gonna be a little rusty, but I feel like he's gonna pick it up real good, and we're gonna continue to get pressures.
And for you, talking about pressures, you're one of the top guys getting pressures in the NFL. With the guys like Miles Garrett, Micah Parsons, all those guys. What do you got to do to turn those pressures yourself into sacks?
Um, you know, couple weeks, been kind of, down on that because I've been, like you said, getting a lot of pressure and not actually, capitalizing on those sacks. But all I can do is, control what I can and, help my team the best way I can. And, ultimately, I start capitalizing on those sacks.
Is it something that teams are doing to maybe take you out, game plan against you? Is it just quarterbacks? We see them, getting rid of the ball faster and faster. It seems like every year. Is it kind of a combination of both? What seems to be, um, you know, the I don't want to say lack of production because there's productions there. Maybe lack of sack numbers.
Yeah, it's teams, having they tight ends chip me and stuff like that. But like I said, all I can do is control what I can control, and if other guys on a team is eating and we're getting wins, that's all that really matters. And ultimately, my sacks will come.
Matt was here.
Hey, Yaya, hope you're doing well. Just curious with the quarterback change with the Saints with Carr being injured. This is going to be the third rookie quarterback that the defense is going up against already this season. What, if anything, changes in that preparation now that you're not going against Carr anymore versus just preparing for the Saints offense?
Yeah, yeah. We just as a whole defense, we just have to do what we've been doing. It's not like just because you're a rookie quarterback, we gotta change anything. We just gonna do what the game plan says and attack.
Thanks.
River Wells.
Yeah, yeah. Going into a divisional game like this, it's a pretty big one, given that it's the Saints on the road. Being in that environment, kind of like you guys were in Detroit in week two, how exciting is that energy, and are you ready to feed off of that? And especially given that it's a divisional rival that you kind of got to get a win against here.
Yeah, it's super exciting. Not getting the results that we wanted against Atlanta. It's a great week for us to bounce back and get back in that win column in our division.
John Romano.
Hey, yeah, you mentioned earlier that it's a little different when Vita's in there. Could you just talk specifically about how that changes things for you when he's on the field and when offensive lines have to deal with him?
Yeah, Vita being Vita, being super, super strong, people attempt to, double him, and it sets up other guys to be successful, like Logan been doing such a great job, it just opens up opportunities for everybody to eat. And now Kalijah being back, it's just gonna open up more opportunities for everyone to eat.
JC Allen.
Yeah, I just want to ask you what you're seeing out of Braswell. We talked to Casey Rogers, and he said, he's on a kind of similar trajectory as you were last year. Midseason, he's starting to put together. He's starting to see it. He's been really close on getting a few sacks, getting some solid pressures. But what have your impressions have been from him? And do you think he's close like you were last year?
Yeah, for Braz, it just take time, you know. That's what I had to learn. It just take time. And you know, the more reps he get and the more opportunity he's in there to, you know, get some reps, the more the game will start to slow down and he'll start picking up, oh, okay, this what I need to do, this what I need to do. So for Brad, I just say, you know, it just take a little time, but he's coming along and it'll start showing very soon.
And for you on defense, Bowles prides himself on having his linebackers be able to do it all: set the edge, rush the passer, and drop in a coverage as well. Last week, I think it was the second play of the game. You found yourself in coverage against Drake London. Just you held your own for the most part, but just talk about the overall aspect of having to be that complete linebacker and then finding yourself in a matchup against Drake London. Probably something that you didn't think you might have yourself maybe on their bingo card.
Yeah, man, it's just whatever the team asks, and that's part of what we do as outside linebackers. You know, we have to drop some time, and we have to rush. So we kind of do it all. So it's just being in that spot, and not just happen to be around Drake London. You know, on the drop a couple times this year. So it's not just that one play against Drake London.
Evan Winter, if any media have a question, please raise your hand.
Hey, yeah. Saints offensive line dealing with a lot of injuries on the inside. Obviously, you play on the outside, but how much does that spill over to the outside, if at all?
Yeah, it probably would, I would say, would just open up more opportunity because they'll have to, you got have guys like Vita and Kalijah being back. You're gonna have to double those guys in because you can't really leave them 1-on-1. So it's just gonna help us out on the outside, and we know going into the game, you know, it's gonna be lot of helps with the tackles as well. So for us, we just gotta rush and get a lot of pressure on this rookie quarterback.
And then Trevor Penning, right tackle, I assume you'll probably be on him quite a bit since you're on the left side a lot. 6'7", 325. I mean, just what's it like game planning for that kind of length, that kind of size at the end of the day?
Well, I had to go against the same kind of length in week 2, so it'll be kind of the same thing, but just got to go in there with a great mindset and just get the job done.
Thanks, man.
JC Allen will be our last question.
Yeah, obviously this is a big game, divisional game, rivalry game against the Saints. But with everything happening back home, I think Mike said it yesterday. We're playing for something bigger a little bit. Do you feel that you're playing a little bit something bigger with the Tampa Bay community, kind of dealing what they're dealing with, and is that the sense in the locker room that obviously you want to win every week, but you kind of want to win this for everyone back home a little bit more?
Yeah, of course. Um, it's super sad with the tragic back in Tampa, and I'm hoping that everyone is okay. But at the same time, we got to handle business and get our first division win this weekend, and it'll be for Tampa as a whole.
All right, that's all we have. Thanks, Yaya.
Thank you, guys.